Hi guys, my name is OBS and today we are going to talk about TOEFL exam. I recently on Saturday passed my own TOEFL exam and I had gained such a great experience from this exam, and I want to share my experience with you. I will suggest you some tips and tricks how to pass this exam, how to do your best, how to prepare for it, how to schedule your time and everything that you will need. But first of all, I want to describe what TOEFL looks like. TOEFL is a standardized test which consists of 4 parts: a reading section, listening section, speaking section and writing section. The whole and the entire exam lasts for about 4 hours. And now I want to give you some tips and tricks that you need for good preparation. My number one advice is that you have to choose a good testing date and good testing location. This is really important. For example, I passed my exam on the 13th of July and it was the middle of summer and there were few students. There were just 13 students who took part during this exam, and it was really great because there was no one who can make noise or interrupt me. It was really easy during listening and speaking section because there was such a little noise. This was my number one advice. I highly recommend you to prefer and choose a good testing date and testing location. My second advice is that you have to learn tons of words. Words are exceedingly important during TOEFL exam, during every section. In reading section, you read lots of passages, you meet lots of words, and it's really difficult to understand the context of the text, the context of the article or the passage when you do not understand the majority of words. And on top of that, there are some vocabulary related questions, and you cannot answer these questions if you do not know the definition of certain words. During my exam, I came up with more than 10 vocabulary questions, and as far as I'm concerned, 4 of them were really hard and I didn't know these words. So I tried to guess, and I can make sure that guessing does not help a lot because there are a lot of confusing words and it's not easy to guess. During listening section, learning lots of words is really helpful too, because when you listen to conversations and lectures, it's easier to understand. Because the majority of these lectures and conversation is academic related. It's related to the science, history, art, or things like that. Of course, it's useful for writing and speaking sections either, because when you speak, you have to use an enhanced vocabulary. You have to speak fluently and coherently. And during writing section, when you write two compositions or essays, in other words, you are valued for your vocabulary. So this is why I highly recommend you to learn more than 1,000 words. I myself learned 1,500 words and it was still not enough. So I will leave some books that I used to learn words from. Them I used McGraw-Hill books, and I also used Quizlet. I will leave these books and apps on my description box. Please check out this. Make sure your English level is not below upper intermediate, because there is no meaning to start getting ready for TOEFL exam if you are not good at English. Make sure you have at least B2 level, then start preparing for TOEFL, because it will be meaningless and it will be exceedingly hard for everyone who is at intermediate or below. So I myself was advanced and it was not so difficult for me to pass TOEFL exam. My fourth advice is that you have to create your own templates for speaking and writing section. When you have templates, it's easy to remember to speak. For example, I used templates for speaking section, and it was not so hard for me to get ready and then make my answer, because they give such a little time for preparing your response. And if you do not know any templates, you are going to fail. I will leave some templates in my description box to check these templates. You can use them. My number 5 advice is that you have to listen to academic talks. You can listen to TED Talks, you can listen to motivational speakers, and not just listen, try to retell try to summarize and epitomize what you listen. It's really helpful for your listening, for your speaking, and for your vocabulary. I listen to TED Talks twice a week, and then I told these TED Talks. So my dear friends, these were all my 5 tips and tricks how to prepare for TOEFL, how to schedule your time. I hope that this was useful. If you liked my video, please hit the like button and also leave a comment, and don't forget to check my description box, because there are lots of helpful books and apps. I wish you good luck. If you are going to pass the TOEFL exam, then I wish you good luck, my dear friends. Bye!